construction monk here, and I was just working on this door. It's actually the first door I've ever made. It's an interior solid new growth pine door. And so we have this opening in the house. It's already cased in. It's an old house, and so the opening is irregular, and so I had to make a door to fit just that opening, and I couldn't buy it in the store, right? The first door I've ever made, right? I have enough knowledge of carpentry to do this, but as I was making this door, I got to thinking, you know, one of the things I like about this door, number one, it's solid pine. Number two, the imperfections. I love the little knot holes and the little grain that you can see. And of course, I'm going to paint this black, and I'll show you that. But even when it's painted, you'll still be able to see the grains of the wood. Like, I really love handmade things and the intricacy and the character and the imperfections, right? Something about your average interior door. It's called a hollow core door. It's made out of press board. What they do is they take a bunch of sawdust, basically, sometimes wood chips, but mostly sawdust, and they mix it in this big vat, put in glue, they put it in this press, and it presses the door panels. And then you'll find that the edges of the door generally are some kind of solid wood. Sometimes it's a pressed wood, but like that door, that typical interior pressed wood hollow core door, it's hollow inside. It's made out of really fake wood, kind of. It's made out of sawdust, right? You could literally punch your fist through that door. It's hollow inside. I had a Bible college professor one time explain integrity this way. We were in a classroom, and he went to the door of the classroom, and it was a solid piece of oak or maple or something. And he's like, integrity is like a door. It's the fact that what you see on the outside veneer of the door is solid all the way through. Well, a hollow core door doesn't have integrity, right? Because what you see on the outside is actually fake grain from a press, and inside is hollow. But this pine door that I'm making, what you see on the outside is the same as on the inside. That's integrity. And I like these two concepts of integrity and reality, right? It's like, this is real wood. You know it's real wood. Like any kind of pressed door or your cabinet doors that are pressed panels, they look perfect, right? They're just so, they're without spot. Like, I think we're tired of this perfectionistic, curated, surfacey mentality of life. Like, I think we're so yearning as a culture, as individuals, for something real that's not so perfect. Like, it has the wood grain, it has the imperfections, the notches, the scratches, right? This is who we are, guys. I mean, we have bumps and bruises, and we're broken. And when we live in a culture that wants us to put up the veneer, you don't see the real person, right? I think we're so yearning for places and spaces where we can just be ourselves and let all the scars, scratches, dents, and dings show and still be loved, right? And unfortunately, church has become much the same way as the culture around it. It's a curated space. Has this pleasant Christian veneer, but it's not a place where we can be real, right? Where we can really show all of ourselves, where we can see all of the imperfections of who we are and put all those out and know that we're still going to be loved. And so, you know, those are just some of the things I was thinking about as I was making this door. And, you know, I was learning the process, right? I've never built a door. I've built other things, but there's things I'm going to do different next time. I love that aspect of carpentry. I love that aspect of life, of learning, being able to make mistakes, being able to get it wrong and not lose my friendships, my relationships. Curated spaces, curated faces are the kind of things where if you get it wrong, you might lose your friends, you might lose your social group, you might lose relationship with people because they didn't like the uncurated thing, right? It didn't go so well, right? We need the freedom to fail in our relationships and to have the kind of relationships that are sturdy enough, solid enough to withstand that. Like that's a door with integrity. A person with integrity is someone who can withstand our brokenness, our failings, and still remain in relationship with us. And like, we're missing that in our culture, we're missing that in our churches. We have something similar to a hollow core door. It's fake, it's too perfect, it's got a great veneer, but in the inside and through, it's empty. I, for one, am tired of a hollow core door culture. I want something real, something solid. And I don't want it to be perfect, guys. I don't care about it being perfect or nice all the time. Like, I want to see the true reality. I want to see the good and the bad. The best friendships you will ever have are the people that have seen you at your worst and love you anyway. Well, damn, that's what God does, guys. That's the gospel message, is Jesus came down, entered our mess, knowing how broken we are, and still loved us, still embraces us and draws us into God, not because we're good enough, have the right truths, have the good enough appearance, but simply because he loves us. And so we should be the same way. All right? Anyway, those are just some thoughts from your friendly neighborhood construction monk. Love you guys. See ya.